The Edina Police Department has a jail, but not everyone who is arrested ends up there. Let's go over to the jail where Officer Aaron White is with one of our sergeants to tell us more about the jail and when it's used.
Thanks, Brian. We're in the jail today at the Edina Police Department, and to learn a little bit more about how we use this facility, I'm joined by Sergeant Tim Olson. Tim, thanks for being here today.
Not a problem. Thanks for having me.
We want to talk a little bit about why we have a jail and just what we use it for. Let's start with that. What is this facility used for by the police department?
Well, we call it the Detention Facility, Aaron. It's a temporary detention facility primarily used for the processing of defendants that have been taken into custody on the street.
And that's kind of the key. This is just a short-term facility.
Yes, we're authorized to hold and detain people for up to 4 hours. After that, we run into some issues with our housing and our state certifications.
Sure, we don't staff this place 24/7.
That's correct. This is basically a booking and processing center for us.
So let's talk about that process. A person is arrested.
That's correct.
And that arrest requires they be booked. What are some of the steps? What does an officer do? How do they use the jail here?
First thing they do, Aaron, is they bring them in through our Sally Port. That's the primary entrance point, which is a large garage that is secure. The garage is open and closed by our dispatch center upstairs.
And that's an improvement over the way things used to be, correct?
Big improvement, Aaron. In the old facility, there was no Sally Port. You would back up to the police department itself, go out, grab your prisoner, and walk them down a back staircase into the old facility.
Any stories back then? I haven't been around long enough to know of people running off to the Edina Country Club or anything like that.
There are a few stories of which an officer taking a prisoner out of the back of his squad car might have lost custody of that individual for a short while.
Very good. So big improvement there. We have more security, so they get them into the Sally Port. Where do we go from there?
Well, they're coming in to be processed. Some of the things we do is make sure the jail is safe and secure. So they'll be subjected to a pat search for weapons and any contraband.
Sure.
They'll be put in a minimum security area where their photograph will be taken, their personal information, some discussion with regard to their charges, and photographs will be taken at that point.
Okay, and also when people are arrested for DWI charges, some of the testing and whatnot goes on here as well.
We do alcohol testing here as well as a couple other screening options, and that is done right here in-house.
If a person is going to be held for court or for longer than that 4 hours, what happens?
We are allowed to hold them here for court. However, we typically ship them straight down to the county jail, where that is a full-time and long-term facility.
Okay.
So our bookings are either booked and released from here. If not, they are transported down to the county.
The old jail had bars on the doors. We don't have the bars anymore, but still have secure cells.
Again, quite an upgrade. The old jail was the old gray bars, just like you'd see in the old movies.
Sure.
With old pass-throughs and toilets on the walls. This is quite an upgrade. This is one of our modern jails. Locked away securely in here would be our prisoners, and it is equipped with a mattress pad, which is changed out and sanitized and when people leave. It also has a toilet with no sharp edges, and it is monitored by our dispatch center as well.
So not 4-star by any means. This isn't the kind of place you want to spend any quality time.
Again, temporary holding.
Sure. Very good. Well, thanks for the overview and the introduction to the jail here at the Edina Police Department.
Sure. Feel free to look around.
I'll spend some time here. I appreciate it.
All right, then.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sergeant Tim Olson with the Edina Police Department, and we'll return to Brian in the studio.
Thanks, Aaron.